Hey, if you're a small business owner, but you are not creating content consistently meaning once a week that you're publishing on your platform of choice, it is likely that you have one, two, or all three of these issues. I'll give you a moment. Maybe you could figure out what these are. Okay, if not, don't worry. We're going to talk about all three of them. Today, I'm giving you content advice for small business owners or aspiring content creators. Welcome back to another Dream Small Business Framework where we're discussing content today. So we're going to jump right in with our first issue, and then I'm going to give you some advice on how to solve that issue. Because if you are a small business owner, if you're established already and still in your early growth stage, or if you are new to content creation, you absolutely need to produce content. Like, it's a non-negotiable. Okay. So the very first issue that most small business owners have with creating consistent content is they believe that they don't have time. And I want to reassure you that you do. You only need 15 minutes within a week. Alexa, how many hours are in a week?
1 week is 168 hours.
168 hours. In 1 week. And just because I know someone out there, multiple people out there, and I've had these conversations, I actually have these conversations every week where we believe that we don't have time for something. We have the same amount of time every single week. Every single week you have 168 hours, okay? Hours per week. And I am telling you that all you need in order to produce sufficient content for your channel or for your platform is 15 minutes for a long form piece of content. And if you don't have 15 and you've listened to any one of my other conversations around content, I say even 60 seconds for a short is better than nothing at all per week, okay? 15 minutes out of 168 hours per week. If you have a problem finding time to do this, you're not having a problem with time. You're having a problem with priorities. And content absolutely has to become a priority for your business. It is a non-negotiable, especially going into 2026. Listen, y'all, the way that you're going to build your brand presence, if you want a free or low cost lead generating system, this is YouTube, y'all. This is what YouTube does for you. And then, of course, if you are choosing another platform such as Instagram or TikTok, it doesn't matter. They're all open source platforms where we get to optimize the traffic that's already there and drive them towards our brand and towards our business. So we need to find a way to begin to prioritize 15 minutes out of 168 hours per week so that we can create a piece of long form content. Now, I hope that this actually makes it feel a little bit simpler when you look at time this way, and then also start to change your frame of reference when you're talking about time. Stop saying you don't have time. Nobody has time. We don't own it. Okay, technically speaking, nobody has time. Time exists, and we fall into compliance within the constraints of time, okay? And so we want to prioritize content. You're going to take 15 minutes each week to prioritize content. Content needs to become a priority. And it should be in your top 3. If you're doing anything for your business, if it's not directly dealing with customer relations, so there are questions, sales, promotion, and marketing, content needs to be in the top 3. Okay, your customers come first. Make sure that you're communicating, answering questions, reaching out, and promoting and marketing. But remember that content's a part of your promotion and your marketing too. So as you're sending the email, as you're sending the text, as you're answering a DM, you're gonna want to slip the link to your content in there too. Hey, have you seen my new piece of content as well? It's directly talking about what we're discussing today. So I want to make sure that you have all the information. Go ahead and head over to YouTube and watch this piece of content. Or I just dropped a new piece of content. If you like it, just give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. Right? And people are willing to exchange some sort of action with the action that you're doing. If you're creating something for a potential client or a customer, they're more than willing to do something like go over and watch your piece of content, wherever it is. Okay, whatever your call to action is for that piece of content, you want to inform them and let them know. Otherwise, we want to inform everyone and let them know after we publish our piece of content. You're going to hit up your email distribution list. Hey, I just dropped a new piece of content. You're going to go back onto Facebook and Instagram, get on camera, 15 seconds, not even 15 minutes, 15 seconds. Hey, y'all, I just dropped a new piece of content. I really think that is going to be able to help you solve X, Y, and Z. Go ahead and head over to my YouTube channel and watch this and watch all of the 15 minutes of this content. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need, y'all. However, again, your issue is not time. Your issue is priorities. And we want to get better at prioritizing content. So you're going to choose a day. You're going to choose a time. And then you're going to record content. Okay. That's number one. One and done. I only have 15 minutes today, okay? So we're going to go through these quick. And because it really is simple, y'all. It's so simple that we make it hard. That's what humans do with simple things. Or easy things. We make it harder than it needs to be. Number 2. The next issue most entrepreneurs have or aspiring content creators is, remember my little drawing before, it's editing. You believe that you have to edit your content, and I'm here to inform you that you no longer have to do that. Now, from all of my perfectionists out there, I know it's hard. Look, I'm a Virgo rising, okay? I understand. Trust me. I understand that we want to make the perfect piece of content, okay? But it's not about perfection. It's about authenticity. And believe you me, people appreciate a good brain fart, sneeze, or dog bark to let us know that you're real and alive. You are not broadcasting on Channel 7 News. And I'm writing this because I'm serious about this. This is important. We have been programmed. We have been programmed to think that we need to be perfect. And unlike being a news anchor, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to mess up. Actually, bloopers is probably the best thing ever anywhere, right? We love a good blooper because why? It actually lets us know that we're human. And that's what we want. We want authenticity. We want to be able to see ourselves in that person that we're watching on the screen. We want to be able to relate. So when we think about someone like a news anchor, we might be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could ever do that. I mean, they just speak so fluidly and perfect, and they read their script so well, and they stay so poised. Even during breaking news and something very traumatic, they're able to stay collected, right? Cool, calm, and collected. I don't know if I could do that. But what happens when we see a news anchor break? Listen, after this piece of content, do me a favor. Just pull up news bloopers, right? In the search engine. Just type in news bloopers and have a good laugh today, okay? It'll blow your mind how many times a news anchor messes up and has to do a new take. But the thing is that they have to do a new take because they're paid to do that. Guess what? On YouTube, you could get paid to be yourself, authentic, mistakes and bloopers and all. And it doesn't take away from your content. In fact, it enhances it. So this narrative that we need to edit our content is no longer the case, if it's ever been the case, really. I think someone finally was like, I don't have time to edit. I know I need to produce content, and you're just going to get what you're going to get. And because people are still able to obtain the value from the content, what happens inside of the content doesn't really matter that much. Like some of the most the professional channels that I watch and content creators, there's things going on in the background sometimes. They don't even know what it is, and they start turning around. I don't know what that was. Or, hey, you're okay, something happened, something dropped, something fell. And then you just let the audience know. It's like, yeah, there's some people moving around. I'm in a hotel lobby right now recording. Let us know what you're doing, right? But don't take it out. Don't edit it. If editing is stopping you from publishing consistently, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to turn on a camera, record a piece of content for 15 minutes, and don't edit nothing. Just go ahead and publish it. Make sure that the content's valuable now, right? But don't edit it. Don't touch nothing. Because editing cannot stop the process of you creating content consistently once a week. And here's another tip for you. If that's too challenging, because it is for some people. I work with small business owners all the time, solopreneurs and content creators, and they're just like, I can't do it. I need to edit out this part. I still want to put it in CapCut and do this and do that. And although I say no, they attempt to do it anyway. It takes too long, and they don't end up publishing the piece of content. So what I would like for you to do instead is to go live. Do a live piece of content for 15 minutes. Now, Instagram has made some changes. I believe you need a certain amount of followers, like 1,000 followers in order to go live now. YouTube has made some changes. You actually can go live as long as you have 50 subscribers. Okay? And if you don't have 50 subscribers, I encourage you to hop on someone else's platform like mine. I have offered that before. Go ahead and click the discovery call link down in the description box below. If you do not have 50 subscribers yet and you're ready to publish your first piece of content, which collaboration, literally we get to share audiences and it'll boost your subscriber amount, and you'll probably hit the 50 if you were just to collaborate with one other content creator. Okay, I need you to go live. You're either going to pre-record or you're gonna go live. That way you don't have to worry about editing at all because you're live. That's it, right? I do that every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when I host these Dream Small Business webinars. I'm typically live. I'm not live today. Today you're watching a recording, aren't you? Okay. You see, I just stuttered. And I stuttered before too. I believe I stuttered earlier. You think I'm gonna cut that out? No, y'all. We're not cutting it out. We're keeping it. Okay? So I need you to go live. So most of the time when I'm live, look, my dog's growling at the door right now because she wants to come in. So I'm gonna let her in. And I'm not gonna edit that out either, y'all. We are gonna keep going. I'm telling you. Editing cannot stop your shine. It cannot stop your process. It's not that serious. And I mean that in the utmost respect, because I can appreciate any individual who wants to create quality content. And so they're going to want to do this process of editing, even if they're a novice editor, even if they're an expert editor, it doesn't matter. If this is one of the reasons that you are not publishing content consistently or any one of your platforms, I need you to try to go live instead. Boom. And then when you're done, you end the live stream and then it uploads automatically onto your platform. If you need help with that, hit the discovery call link down in the description box below. I'll be happy to help you with that. I'm not editing that either. We're gonna unprogram your mind and reprogram it to something that serves you, y'all. That is how we do. There's no way that editing content or finding time can stop your shine. I need you to work through your problems, not to let them trample you. Okay? Let's see, can I get that any cleaner? Alright, gotta wash my bowl. Alright, y'all. Boom, we're already on the third one. The last one is what do I talk about? Most small business owners, even though they have a product or they have a service to sell, they don't know what problem they're solving. And that's okay, by the way. And it actually makes a lot of sense, right? Like, I sell t-shirts in my business, right? What problem does that necessarily solve? You could get a t-shirt from anywhere. You could find $1 t-shirt versus buying my $30, $40, $50, $60 t-shirts, right? What problem does that solve though, right? Trust me, it's going to solve someone's problem who wants to be different, who wants to be unique, who wants to up their fashion game, okay? I make specific t-shirts to what's in my fitness business, and then I have my Shayna Creates brand. Also, my Etsy shop is down below. Go ahead and check out my Stan store, right? So you'll see the type of products that I create. But what issue does that solve? That solves an issue for a lot of people, okay? And if it's not an issue, most of the time you're gonna find that people want to purchase things from you, but you gotta tell them what they're purchasing it for, right? They don't just want it, they need it. So you're gonna talk about what you know and the problem you're solving. You can hop on the phone with your friend or with your family member and talk for hours. Like you know something, okay? We've all had experience, right? Whether it's in a job setting or with a particular craft, or we have a particular skill set that we're able to help people with. Talk about it for at least 15 minutes. You're gonna create a topic, and then 3 subtopics about what you know. So if you know a lot about candles, you're going to pick 3 subtopics about candles and talk about it. And furthermore, if there's a problem that you can solve with it, you're going to talk about it. Okay, so I have a friend, and she definitely creates candles, okay? She could talk about it all day, how to create it, what it's made out of, right? Which brands are really good, what you want to be mindful of, what to watch out for. Any one of those could be subtopics to the candle, which is the original topic. How about the problems? There are plenty of problems that has come up as of late with candles. Like there's some that's not natural and they actually create like this smog in your air. There was a time where I had a candle that I loved and it smelled so good. Let's see. And I had it underneath the shelf. I couldn't believe how black underneath the shelf had gotten. And then not only that, I didn't realize that I was inhaling this smog until I blew my nose one day. And by that time, y'all, I had burnt this candle several times because it was one of those long burns or those slow burning candles, right? And one time I just happened to blow my nose and the mucus was black. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I couldn't even figure it out. It didn't even dawn on me until I figured out, oh, it's this candle, bro. It's putting the smog in the air. I'm inhaling and breathing in. Not only, like, this is what, thank God my nose collected what it collected, right? But I can't imagine how much actually got through the passageway to my lungs. That's a problem for me. How do I shop for the right candles to not have that issue, right? People got partners, but when they come over, they don't have the right decor. Candles is a part of the decor. That solves a problem. What kind of candles do you get when you're shopping for your significant other if they identify as a man or identify as a woman? What kind of candles do you get? Or for the season, right? We have the holidays around. What kind of scents goes with this holiday, right? So home decor for the bathroom, for the kitchen, for your bedroom, it changes per room. All right. Shout out to you, Mari. That was for you, just in case. Okay. Other than that, if you crochet, if you teach yoga, doesn't matter. Whatever you teach, talk about it. What do you know about yoga? Talk about it. What problem does yoga solve? Or what problems do people have with yoga? What problems do people have without yoga? Talk about it. 3 subtopics. You choose one topic and you talk about it each time. Okay? If you're still unsure about what topic to choose, you're going to go into YouTube's search engine and type in the topic that you think people are searching, right? So again, if you were looking at candles or building your small business or creating content on YouTube, you're going to type that into the search engine and you're going to see what comes up. And the top 5, okay, on YouTube's algorithm, you're going to copy what those people did, what those content creators did. Especially those, be mindful of those who have at least 1,000 subscribers. I'd say the number should be even higher, but at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views. Okay. By the way, arbitrary numbers, some other expert might say something different, and that's totally fine. Go with whatever resonates and what feels good for you. But no matter what, that top 5 in YouTube's algorithm, they're going to be high numbers because that's how YouTube works. YouTube's algorithm works. And so you're going to look at their title and you're going to watch at least 5 minutes of their content. Okay, the intro, because that's going to be where the hook is. That's going to be where they're telling you about what they're talking about today and their talking points. And you're going to recreate your own version of that. Okay. By the way, be sure to check their comments too. If you see people are making comments and asking questions, especially, there are more people like them that have the same question. And you can see it by the number of likes people have, etc., etc. There's no reason that you cannot find a topic to talk about to create content. Okay? You can create your own based on what you know and the problems that you're solving, or you could literally look it up and let YouTube tell you what people are searching for and recreate it for yourself. Okay? That'll help to push you into the algorithm if you're talking about a hot topic that most people are already looking up. So that's what you want to do. You want to use YouTube's search engine to identify which topics you should speak about that you can, right? So in your field or in your area of interest or whatever your channel's related to. All right, y'all. That's it. That is my advice for content for small business owners, is that you want to reframe your mindset around your perception of time. You have 168 hours per week. Where can you find 15 minutes to consistently create content? 15, that's it. If it's less, y'all, it's less. This is just my suggestion. You do what you can. You know your life. I need you to do something that's going to allow you to be consistent. That's all. Okay? So you're going to prioritize content. by allowing 15 minutes of your time to record content or to go live, so that you then do what? Not edit it. Okay, you're just going to post it the way that it is. That way you don't have any excuses about why you can't publish and post the same day that you create the content. By the way, even if you don't have a thumbnail ready, I want you to post the content as is. Just make sure you have a good title, good meaning that it is searchable. It is what people are already searching on YouTube. So you're going to use that YouTube search engine to find a great title. And then the thumbnail barely even matters anymore, y'all. YouTube has changed the game. Now, you still want to consider having a good thumbnail, but this is specific to those who don't know how to create a thumbnail, like at all, okay? Then you're going to leave it just as is. You're going to let YouTube actually make a suggestion for thumbnails. It's right there when you're uploading your video. Then you write in your description, and then right underneath that is your thumbnail. You're going to click on the plus sign or the three dots, whatever it is that's there, and it's going to give you 3 suggestions for a thumbnail. Choose one. Just go for it. Choose one. And make sure that you are having a good title. Like, your title needs to be relevant to what people are searching so that they'll click on it. Okay? So no editing, just publish and post. And then finally, y'all, you're going to choose a topic and 3 subtopics to talk about. You want to have 3 points. So today I'm talking about what problem, okay? I just gave an example, right? When I opened up this video, I started with the 3 problems that small business owners are having in creating content consistently. And today I'm going to give you advice on how to create content consistently for small business owners. That's it. I gave you the problem. I'll let you know what I'm going to talk about. Okay, topic. And then there was 3 points. We talked about time. We talked about editing. We talked about topics. That's it, y'all. This is content. Nothing more, nothing less. 15 minutes. I just did this one in 30. Okay, I was pretty much done by 15, but I said, why not? So there you have it, y'all. That is all that you need to know in terms of creating content. Now, if you would like help with anything that I mentioned today, prioritizing time, recording, either pre-recording or going live, we can share a platform if you are not sure about how to go live, where you should go live, or what you can do in terms of collaborating with others. Let's collaborate. Again, hit that discovery call link down in the description box below. And then if you need help creating topics, I'm willing to do that through a discovery call as well, which is totally complimentary. You don't pay anything for a discovery call. I would love to connect with you. I would love to meet with you. I'd love to partner with you, okay? Let's see how we can make this happen for you on a consistent basis, weekly. You can hop on my stage if that's what it takes, okay? And so that's all I got for you today, y'all. I hope I see y'all on the next one. Next Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.